In this video, let's talk about how AI is going to change the SMMA space forever and how you can profit from it. So if you're not familiar in the tech space, this is a graph of Moore's law. Essentially what it is the amount of transistors inside our microchip is going to double every 2 years. And as you can see here, we've been following the trend every single year. So what does this necessarily mean other than some tech jargon? So essentially what's going to happen is all the GPUs, all the microchips, everything powering what's currently used by AI is going to become more and more powerful every 2 years, right? It's essentially going to double every single year. And right now, from me, I have a background in development. So I started off as a software engineer and I got into the marketing and sales space. And I remember when I first launched my first product, it took about 6 months to launch my first MVP. And this was a very simple SaaS product. It's essentially you could schedule auto DMs to every single person in your industry. Let's say you're running a SaaS business if you want to target SaaS companies. And it took 6 months to launch that first MVP. And then what happened is I went to Budapest and I spent 9 months to launch my second MVP, which was essentially a cold email video automated loom, and you could shoot them out at bulk. Then ChatGPT came out. And from there, I essentially launched a B2C app and also my B2B app that we're currently using. The B2C app took 1.5 weeks from scratch to launch. From zero code base, knowing nothing about the Apple development market, and I launched it within 1.5 weeks of starting. And the thing is, back then, AI wasn't perfect. As you could see in March 2023, the big thing was Will Smith eating spaghetti. And then as you can see here in April 2025, you could see that the image got a lot better because the AI is more powerful. And let's talk about the traditional SMMA that's currently marketed in the industry right now. And there's a reason why everybody is currently switching over to an AI agency or AI model. And all the info gurus are currently talking about it. But me coming from a tech background, I could see how AI has minimized all of the different workload I've had just in development. And development is one of those fields where it's a lot more complex than the traditional SMMA method of just launching ads for a client and generating leads online. And essentially what you had to do in the past is launch ads with very detailed targeting, and you needed ad creative, you needed to make everything perfect in order to actually scale up your ad spend. And when I was running a dropshipping store, I remember the main thing was the interest targeting on Facebook. And that's what determined whether you succeeded on an ad or you didn't succeed, on top of whatever creative. And right now you have to fulfill for your clients and also manage the clients. So let's see how AI has basically taken a whole new approach on this. So the Facebook pixel has gotten a lot smarter over the years. Nowadays, every single ad I launch, I keep it Advantage Plus everything, and Facebook's AI can automatically go find the people that I need to go target. The main thing now is about the creatives and calling out the right audience. So the Facebook pixel has gotten so much smarter. It's been so much easier to launch ads and actually fulfill for your clients just on the marketing side. And chatbots has essentially just taken over customer support. If you go to the big tech companies, what happens, even if you go to Loom, if you go to Microsoft, if you go to Facebook, they have a chatbot in place that handles all the customer support. So what does this necessarily mean? The businesses can cut expenses by a lot and they could provide the same amount of service, because for the most part, let's say back then for customer support, you needed a person that knew every single document, that knew how the product worked and everything. Nowadays, you could just feed that LLM that the chatbot is currently running on with all the different documents, things about your business, and it'll be able to respond to customer inquiries just from there. On top of that, what's happening is AI voice dialers has been used to qualify or disqualify leads. I'm in the space where a lot of people are currently doing pay per call or pay per lead. And one thing is AI voice dialers. It was bad in the beginning, to be honest, especially with like Air AI, different companies like Synflow, Vappy. There's a lot of different AI voice dialers currently out there. But ever since then, it's gotten a lot better. And the AI just doesn't shut off. It can work 24/7. You don't need to hire a team in the Philippines. It makes less mistakes, and at 1/1000th, if not 1/10,000 of the cost. And this has been 2.5 years in the making. ChatGPT came out around November of 2022. We're currently in 2025, and it's only been probably 2.5 years, and AI has already gotten this smart. And the thing is with ChatGPT and all the different models, that's not even the most recent model that they currently have training. The model that's currently released might have been trained a year or 2 years ago. So imagine the model that we will have within the next 6 months or 1 year. And even given Moore's law, where the amount of power that we get has been doubling every single 2 years, just imagine the AI being at the state in 2 years. So AI, essentially what has done is make it a lot cheaper to fulfill on tasks. And this is a positive on your end, but also a positive on your client's end. Back in the day, you would need to hire a media buyer, appointment setter, everything, and you would charge a client $2K a month in retainers. But nowadays, the offer has become so commoditized with what's traditional in SMMA that a lot of people are charging $1K or $500 a month just to fulfill on the same service. It's because everybody and their mothers are currently doing something similar. But with AI, it's possible to keep the same amount of profit margin for your business, charge your clients less because of the manpower that's not needed because AI replaces it. So your goal as a founder, to recap this video, should be transitioning more towards a PM role or a COO role. The only thing that we'll have over AI nowadays is brand. So your brand online, your YouTube videos that you currently put out, and also the human connection that you have with your clients is what should be focused on. With a lot of things in the internet and the trust recession that's currently happening, it's so easy to reach your current target market nowadays. You run a Facebook ad, you and 10 other people could be running the same Facebook ad. So what you really need to do is separate yourself from the competition with the content, with the authority, with the person that you are in order to actually scale and sign on those clients. So the main goal of the AI is to simplify your workflow a whole lot without you having to manage a team of 10 just to fulfill for your clients. Because nowadays, AI is so smart that a really dialed in AI that's trained on the LLM could fulfill for all your clients and not make the same mistakes that having 10 different employees at your company could do with that. So if you're currently running an SMMA, what you need to do is try to replace as many workflows as possible with AI. So nowadays with the image generation from ChatGPT, you could use that to generate Facebook ads for your clients. With the appointment setter, you could use the AI chatbot that texts the leads. You can also use a voice dialer that calls up the leads and disqualifies or qualifies them, or you could just send it over to your client after it's qualified. And a lot of things will be a lot smoother on your end because of less mistakes that's currently done by your employees, but also you're passing the savings onto your clients. So that's the main reason agencies aren't charging as much, but you have the volume in play. You would need to hire 1 to 2 people every 5 to 10 clients back in the day, but nowadays there's going to be companies where it's just run by one founder, maybe one sales guy, and it's going to be billions of dollars just made from a single person or less than 10 people at a certain company. So that's pretty much it I wanted to say in this video. I'll catch you in the next video.